been given, how offensive he was towards Krishna. He wanted to kill Krishna. So, and he took the support of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva also got bewildered. Then how Lord Shiva was chased by uh, Sudarshan. And then Lord Shiva understands that only at the lotus feet of Krishna, if I go and surrender, I will be saved from the wrath of Sudarshan. So the prayers of Lord Shiva has been given. Now 343rd verse. चतुर्दिके शोभाकरे गोपा गोपीगण किचु क्रोध हास्य मुखे बलेन वचन. So Lord of all the living entities appeared before him, and he was surrounded by the cowherd boys and the girls, and the Lord slightly smiled as he spoke in anger. Kichu krodha hasya mukhe. Mukhe is hasya mukhe, but expressing anger. It's very difficult to simultaneously express anger at the same time have a pleasant face. केन शिवतुमीत जनः जानः मोर शुद्धि एतकाले तुम्हारे ये मत केन बुद्धि. O Shiva, you certainly know my prowess. How then did you develop such a mentality after all this time? So Lord Shiva is asking, Lord Krishna is asking to Lord Shiva, you know my power. Why did you have such mentality? Please mute your phone, Prashant.
Okay,
O
so
Nakita, Kashi Raja, Adhama Nrupati, Taralagi Yuddhakara Amara Samhati. Who is this king? Such a fallen king, Kashi Raj. And you fought with me for his sake. ये देखत मोर चक्र सुदर्शन तुम्हारे ओ ना सहे आहा याहार पराक्रमं. On top of that, you saw my Sudarshan Chakra, hmm, whose prowess even you cannot tolerate. Brahma Astra, Pashupata Astra Adi Yata Paramaya Avyartha Maha Astra Arakata. सुदर्शन स्थाने कारो नाही प्रतिकार यार अस्त्र तारे चाहे करिते संहार. So the weapons like great infallible weapons like Brahmastra, Pashupatastra, they are all powerless before Sudarshan. Om Namah Om Sudarshanaaya Vidmahe Mahajwalaya Dhimahi Tanno Chakraha Prachodayat. Actually, every day one must chant this uh, Gayatri of Sudarshan. Devotees must chant every day. Even in Chaitanya Bhagavat we saw Om Sudarshanaya Vidmahe Mahat Jwalaya Dhimahi Tanno Chakra Prachodayat. Sudarshan gives protection to the devotees. Sudarshan gives protection to our bhakti also. When such weapons are defeated, all big astras, Brahmastra, Pashupatastra, they are all powerless. They are defeated. When such weapons are defeated, they desire to kill their wielder. Mhm. So Brahmastra, Pashupatastra, if they are defeated, they try to kill their wielder. That means who is holding them, they try to kill them only. They desire to kill their wielder. हेनतना देखी आमी संसार भीतर तुमा भाई ये आमारे करे another. It appears that there is no one within the world who disrespects me more than you. It appears now. What is appearing? That there is nobody in this world who is having more disrespect to me than you. Now Krishna is telling this to Lord Shiva. ಶುನಿಯ ಪ್ರಭುರ ಕಿಚ್ಚು ಸಕ್ರೋಧ ಉತ್ತರ ಅಂತರೆ ಕಂಪಿತ ಬಳ ಹೈಲಾಶಂಕರ. Now hearing these words of Lord Krishna, such angry words, Shankara began to tremble. तबे शेषे धरिया प्रभुर श्री चरण करिते लागिला शिव आत्मनिवेदन. Lord Shiva hold, grabbed hold of the lotus feet of Lord and began to speak with full surrender. तोमार अधीन प्रभु सकल संसार स्वतंत्र हईते शक्ति आचार्य कहार. So the entire world is in your adhina, in your control. Swatantra haite shakti achaya kahara. So who has that power to become independent? Pavane chalaya, pavane chalaya, yena sukshma trinagana, yahi mata aswantan, aswatantra sakala bhuvana. So like how the dry grass is carried by the wind, in the same way, people of the entire world is controlled by you. That means wind controls the grass. You control all the living entities. In Bhagavatam 10.63.44 it is stated, Tham tva jagat sthiti udyantahitum samam prashantam suradatma devam ananyamekam jagadatmaketam bhavapavargaya bhajama devam. So let us worship you, the Supreme Lord. This is from Bhagavatam. To be freed from material life, you are the maintainer of the universe, cause of the creation and demise. Equipized and perfectly at peace, you are the true friend, self, and worshipable Lord. You are one without a second, the shelter of all the worlds and the shelter of all the souls. One should also discuss from the Mahabharata Shanti Parva, chapter 43, 16th verse, and Anushasana Pramana Parva, chapter 147 to 148. In the Katha Upanishad 2.2.8 and 2.3.1, it is stated, Tasmin lokaha shitaha sarve tadu natyeti kaschana. In him all the worlds are situated. No one can surpass him. So Lord is the supreme. Everything is under his control. Every We may think of many things. We may plan everything. But again, man proposes, God disposes. When sometimes some sudden plan happens, we should always understand it is plan of Krishna. When something we have never imagined and we are really surrendered to Krishna, Krishna plans for us. This faith one should have. I mean, we have experienced it many times, many times. The devotees who come with us also have experienced, whether in yatras, whether in our temple construction, whether in our regular programs, we have experienced. You just have to keep your hands up and say, Oh Lord, you are the one who is going to run everything. It is not me who is controller. It is Lord who is the planner. He is the Lord who does everything for us so perfectly, so nicely. It is said, Lord keeps the devotees in his arms. You say na Godi, in his arms. That much Lord loves the devotees. We just have to keep our hands up. It is not that we are not going to plan. We plan. Whatever Buddhi Krishna has given, we plan. But then ultimately, Krishna is the best planner. He plans for us the best. ये कराह प्रभु तुम्ही से ही जीवे करे हे न के बा अच्छे ये तुम्हार maya tare. O Lord, a living entity acts in whatever way you direct him. Who has the power to surpass your illusory energy? Vishesh, now all these prayers are by Lord Shiva to Krishna. He has held the feet of Lord and he understood that Lord, it's not that Lord has felt bad. Lord doesn't feel bad. Lord is Atmaram. Somebody may ask, oh, Lord is Atmaram. Why is he very upset when Lord Shiva has taken the side of Kashiraj? It's not the Lord is upset, but Lord wants to teach. He will teach his own people. Lord Shiva He considers Lord Shiva as his own. That is why he rectifies the mistake. It is not out of some desire for worship, Lord is speaking like this. When Lord speaks to his devotees, he speaks with his smiling face to rectify devotees' mistake. विशेष दिया च प्रभु मोर अहंकार आपनारे बड़वाई नाही देखो नार. O Lord, somehow or the other, you have given me a false ego. You have given me, just see. Hmm. Lord Shiva is telling, you have given me a false ego. Because everything emanates from Lord. Good qualities also emanate from Lord. Bad qualities also emanate from Lord. It is only the child can speak to a father like this. Actually, I am not responsible. It is you who have not corrected me. You have not corrected me. It is you who have spoilt me. So you gave me false ego. Why? Because you used to praise me so much that I thought that I am the superior. Sometimes it happens, na? The child is praised so much, so much. The child thinks, oh, I'm something very wonderful. I'm so great, and just starts identifying himself with that greatness. That is known as false ego. And as a result, I do not recognize anyone as superior to me. That is why it is said, never praise the child before. My guru never praises me in my front. So sometimes I sometimes tell, you never praise me. Now my guru, Shiksha Guru, is going to become a sannyasi. His Holiness Kamalasham Maharaj. He has never praised me, but at the same time, he has always sheltered me, loved me, sheltered me. So Guru is like a father. They never praise. You praise the child is spoiled. At the same time, you should love your child also. This is a very subtle thing. You love also, you shelter also, you know, praise also. It's not so easy. Because if you praise, the person will have a false ahankara. And now, because Krishna always praises Lord Shiva says, you have praised me so much that I used to think that nobody is superior to me. False ego is produced from the mode of ignorance. By the will of the Supreme Lord, the Guna Avatara, Mahadeva, is invested with the power of destruction. So you gave me this power, na? Destruction power. So I thought that I am only the superior. Therefore, the unauthorized philosophy is surrounded by the impersonalist Kashiraj, the commentator Shrikanta, who was a follower of the Shaiva Vishishta Dvaita philosophy, and other impersonalists like Apyaya Dikshita have been completely refuted in the Shruta Prakashita commentary on Sri Bhashya by Sri Sudarshanacharya, the servant of Ramanujacharya. So this we saw in the previous verses also, that there were wrong philosophies, wrong commentaries which was given by Shrikant, Apyaya Dikshita, but Sri Bhashya, the commentary on Sri Bhashya is written by Ramanujacharya. Commentary on Sri Bhashya is written by Sudarshanacharya. He is a servant of Ramanuja. So Shruta Prakashita completely refutes such wrong philosophies. Yet, while raising its head later on the philosophy of Shaiva Vishishtavada, was out of misfortune smashed to pieces by the weapons of Sudarshan in the form of Shuddha Vishishta Advaita philosophy. Shuddha Vishishta Advaita was given by Allabhacharya from the uh, Shankara Sampradaya, Shiva Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya. Rudra Sampradaya has given Shuddha Vishishta Advaita. Shud, Shuddha Advaita. Shuddha Advaita. Shuddha Vishishta Advaita was given by, yeah, given by Nimbarkas. Nimbarkas. That is how Shuddha Vishishta Advaita comes. For Dvaita, Shuddha Dvaita is given by Madhva. Shuddha Vishishta Advaita by Ramanuja. Then Shuddha Advaita by Rudra Sampradaya, that is Vishnu Swami, who later appeared as Vallabhacharya. Shuddha Vishishta Dvaita, Shuddha Vishishta Advaita, uh, is no, no, it is this Shuddha word, Vishishta word comes. Yeah. So in this way, no, wait. Somewhere I am getting confused. Let me go it again. Shuddha Dvaita is given by Madhvacharya. That is in Sri Sampradaya. Shuddha Vishishta Advaita Ramanujar. Shuddha Advaita by Vishnu Swami. Shuddha Dvaita Dvaita by Nimbarka. Yeah. So this Shuddha Vishishta Dvaita is by Ramanuja. The word is Vishishta Advaita is there. I thought Vishishta Dvaita Dvaita is there. So it is Shuddha Vishishta Dvaita that is naturally by Ramanuja. So Ramanuja has given Vishishta, Shuddha Vishishta Advaita. So there the commentary has been given by his servant, that is Sudarshanacharya. He has given Shuddha Prakashika. Mayavadam Asashastram. Prachannam Bauddhamuchyate. Mayyeva Vihitam Devi Kalau Brahmana Murtina. Now, this verse is spoken by Adi Shankaracharya, actually Lord Shiva to Parvati, that I am going to appear as Adi Shankaracharya. Kalau Brahmana Murtina. Why? To spread Mayavad Shastra. And how, what is this Mayavad Shastra? Asat Shastram. It is a wrong philosophy. Prachannam Bauddhamuchyate. It is akin to Buddhist philosophy. That is why when Advaita, Advaita philosophy is spread by Adi Shankaracharya, to refute Advaita philosophy, Shuddha Vishishta Advaita has been introduced by Ramanujacharya. Mayyeva Vihitam Devi, myself, will appear Kalo Brahmana Murtina, as a Brahmana. So Lord Shiva says that in Kali Yuga, I will appear as Adi Shankaracharya. Adi Shankaracharya's birthplace Kaladi. We discuss these verses, but he is a great devotee. So how can he only how can he only do this task of giving us a shastra? So he gives Bhaja Govindam. He has given so many ashtakam. Badri ashtakam is there, Jagannath ashtakam is there. So there he deals with the devotees of Krishna. When Mayavada Masad Shastra, he is keeping those atheistic people on one side. So Lord Shiva is also known as Chabutara. You know what is Chabutara? Big, um, what do you call it? Skyscraper buildings. And they make a Chabutara also nearby, so that the pigeons will not spoil the big skyscraper buildings. And they will go and eat and shit, whatever lay eggs and whatever they want to do. That is all in that Chabutara. In the same way, Lord Shiva is Chalaguru. So for the atheist, he gives this verse. And for the devotees, he gives Ashtakam. So he keeps the devotees well protected from the wrong philosophies of these Mayavadis. So he keeps them in one side. But now Kali has to start. Kali Yuga has to start. Naturally, Kali means age of quarrel. So Lord Shiva, who is a great devotee of Krishna, has been given task by Lord himself to preach wrong philosophy. In the age of Kali, I take the form of a Brahman and explain the Vedas through false scriptures in an atheistic way, similar to Buddhist philosophy. The activities mentioned in this verse describe the mission of the predominating deity of the false ego. But Sri Vishnu Swami was engaged in the service of the Supreme Lord, took shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Rudra, his spiritual master, in such a way that he restored the spiritual ego in place of all forms of mundane false ego. That is how Shuddha Advaita has been presented by Vishnu Swami, so that that false ego is replaced by spiritual ego. Tomara Maya Mora More Karaya Durgati. Ki Karimo Prabhu Muni Ashwantara Ashwatantra Mati. What to do, Lord? Your illusory energy bewilders me. What shall I do? I have no independence. Aswatantraha. I have no independence. It is stated, Mayadesha Mayavasha, Ishware Jiva Bheta. The Lord is the master of all the potencies, and the living entity is a servant of them. That is the difference between the Lord and the living entity. Therefore, even though Lord Shiva is addressed by the name Bhagavan, he is a subordinate devotee of the eternal Lord Vishnu. Sometimes Lord Shiva is also addressed as Bhagavan, Shiv Bhagavan, Lord Shiva. But we should understand, he is servant to God. He is expansion of Balaram. Krishna is served God. How to serve Krishna is taught by Balaram. An expansion of Balaram appears as Sadashiv, Shambhu, and Lord Shiva. Now Mahashivratri is coming. So we should know there are three expansions. Sadashiv is Vishnu Tattva. When Balaram expands into Sankarshan, Sankarshan again expands into four quadruples. In this way, it goes on expanding into Mahasankarshan. Mahasankarshan expands into Karanadakshayi Vishnu in one way, in one, two expansions. Karanadakshayi Vishnu and Sadashiv. Any of Karanadakshayi Vishnu, Vishnu Tattva, but Sadashiv was also Vishnu Tattva. 96 attributes of Krishna. Then same Sadashiv, when Lord Karanadakshayi Vishnu glances over Mahatattva, Jiva Shakti, Kala Shakti is impregnated in Mahatattva at that time. To impregnate it in a proper way, Sadashiv, just infusion is there, but impregnation should happen. Na? So Sadashiv takes the form of Shambhu, the form of a linga. That is how Yoni, Prakriti is Yoni, and Shambhu is a linga. And the whole creation happens. So many Brahmandas emanate from the body of Karunadakshayi Vishnu. And in every universe, Lord appears as Garbhodakshayi Vishnu. And from the navel of Garbhodakshayi Vishnu, it is Brahma who appears. From the Bhrukuti of Brahma, it is Lord Shiva who appears. Now see, same Shambhu now takes the form of Lord Shiva who appears from the space which is in between the two eyebrows that is known as Bhrukuti. Lord Shiva has been given the responsibility of taking care of false ego. And that is how this false ego creates distraction. Anybody has false ego, but who is a master? It is not that he is in false ego. He has to take care of this false ego. He has to take care of tamas. And that is how he has to take care of destruction. At the same time, Lord Shiva protects the devotees, maintains the devotees, gives bhakti to devotees by speaking the first Bhagavatam in the jungles of Bhubaneswar to Parvati, which Shukadev Goswami hears. So Lord Shiva is actually great devotee, but it is the desire of Krishna that he has to spread wrong philosophy. Last verse. Tora pada padma mora ekanta jivana aranye thakibe aranye thakiba chinti tomara charan. Your lotus feet are my life and soul. I will live in the forest and remember your lotus feet. So Lord, you are my everything. I can live in any secluded place. What is the abode of Lord Shiva? You'll say Kailash, but actually where he lives in Shamshan. And what he does, he's continuously chanting the name of Ram. That is why he gets the name of Ram to be heard only that place. Because generally people, what they say, Ram Nam Satya. Where they say, till the Shamshan, at least in Shamshan he is able to hear. At the same time, Lord Shiva is there in the home of everyone, every devotee, because every devotee chants Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Wherever you chant Krishna's name, Lord Shiva is present to encourage us more in devotional service. So that should be the mood when we take Prayagraj Darshan and Kashi Vishveshwara Darshan. Don't go and change the mantra there. I saw one of the devotee. We took him to Bhima Shankar. Yes, Bhima Shankar. It was Shravan Sombar and it was heavily crowded, 1 lakh people. We thought, it slipped from our mind. And we went there. And now, what is the hope of going inside? It is 1 lakh crowd. I don't know, from somewhere, someone, watchman came and just told me, come inside this. And he took us, and practically all the devotees, we all went inside that some opening. And directly in the Garbha, what miracle it was. And then they asked us to sit in the, what do you call, the place which is outside the Garbhagraha. It is known as Natyagraha there. So we got the opportunity to sit there, and we all started chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Suddenly I saw one devotee leaving his hand from the mala and started Om Namah Shivaya. You know what is Om Namah Shivaya? It actually refers to Krishna. Om. Om iti Akshara Brahma. Home refers to Lord Krishna. It is a designation of Krishna. Namaha, I pay obeisances. Shivaya, you are all auspicious, O Lord. Actually, this mantra is for Krishna. That is why Maha mantra contains Om Namah Shivaya. You don't have to suddenly repeat this mantra Om Namah Shivaya, because it is actually indicating Krishna. It is not indicating Lord Shiva. No servant wants to take his glorification. He wants the glorification of his master. After speaking like this for 100 times also, still there are devotees who think, no, no, no. If I go to Lord Shiva's temple, I should do Om Namah Shivaya. Again, it is for Krishna. Mahamantra contains Om Namah Shivaya. So don't change the mantra who are all coming in Yatra to Kashi Vishweshwara temple. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra very nicely. Lord Shiva is so merciful. He wants devotees to come because he's fed up with the people who just pour water on him, milk on him, keep bel patra on him, but never is asking bhakti for Krishna. So yes, you should worship him, but at the same time, what to ask to him? Not like Bhasmasur, let me keep the hand and the head should burst. So there are atheistic people, there are materialistic people who go to Lord Shiva and think that Lord Shiva is only God. No, he's servant of God. You know the position of the of Lord Shiva properly, then you can understand his glories more. You can understand the glories of Lord Shiva more, and in this way we can appreciate that how Lord Shiva is so surrendered to Krishna. And in this way, when we are surrendered to Krishna, Lord Shiva facilitates us to become, to advance in our devotional life. So stop here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी. माता जी,
हाँ,
बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल इज नरसिंह मेहता. उन्होंने शंकर
हाँ,
भगवान को ही शंकर भगवान ने उन खुद लेके गए थे भगवान
अच्छा.
के पास. हाँ माता
हम्म,
जी.
हम्म. Yes, it is said, whoever leaves his prana in Varanasi, Lord Shiva chants Ram mantra in his ears. My grandfather is an example for that. My grandfather, when I was in the womb of my mother, he had come to Daund, and he taught my mother 4,000 Divya Prabandham and blessed that this child in future will be a Bhagavad Kathakar. At that time he blessed and told my father and mother that pay obeisances. This is the last obeisances which you are going to pay to me. And he wrote to his son who was in Kashi that by inland letters, and I am dictating, you write that my father left the body in this date. And from the day of his arrival in Kashi, he did not eat anything. He was just taking Gangajal for 3 days and was hearing only Vishnu Sahasranam. Continuously, my uncle was chanting Vishnu Sahasranam. And he also blessed that in my tithi, this child will be born. So I'm born in the tithi of my grandfather. It is because of my grandfather's blessings, somewhere we are able to uh, take shelter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, take shelter of the Guru Shishya Parampara. So it is Lord Shiva who makes arrangement, because my grandfather was a very, very sincere devotee, very sincere devotee. coming from Sri Vaishnava family, never show off of his devotion. He did not like anyone doing show off in devotion. So that is how Lord Shiva makes arrangement. Okay? Hare Krishna.